be more vocal when it comes to child abuse, how you can help keep kids safe by simply speaking up.
And how basketball is helping build a stronger relationship between the community and law enforcement.
Live from the Local 4 News Studios, this is Fox 18 News at 8 in high definition.
Good Thursday morning to you. I'm Alexandria Ikamoni.
And I'm Redrick Terry. Thanks for joining us for Fox 18 News at 8. Let's start off with our top story this morning.
After getting more details of a heartbreaking child abuse story, we want to share a few ways you can do something if you feel like a child is being abused.
When child abuse gets reported in Knox County, the Child Advocacy Center interviews the kids involved. They see about 100 cases a year. A spokesperson says it's not unusual for years to pass before abuse gets reported. Sometimes victims don't even come forward until they are adults. The spokesperson wants you to know, if you know abuse is happening, speak up.
Absolutely make that report, whether it's to the child abuse hotline and to DCFS, or whether it's to law enforcement, and then let the investigators check it out. It might be nothing, but if your gut is telling you something's wrong, it may very well be something.
The Child Advocacy Center holds events to teach people the signs of abuse. The assistant director also shared with us what goes through her head every time she sees a new case. We've got that interview for you on ourquadcities.com.
We have a big update with the body found in the Mississippi River near Andalusia on Sunday. The man has now been identified. The Rock Island County coroner says he's 51-year-old Paul Domingue. Officials say he's a homeless man from Davenport. The coroner says medical examiners confirmed his identity through his tattoo, fingerprints, and the plates and screws in his leg from surgery he had. His death is now being considered a drowning. They still don't know how he ended up in the river.
A Rock Island air quality expert is hoping to clear up some concerns circulating on social media.
There are multiple posts of people being worried about breathing in bad air. Now, this is all coming up after an article required the Quad Cities has the dirtiest airs across the country. Now, Fox 18's Andrea Medina joined us live in Rock Island. Good morning, Andrea. Should people here really be on edge about this?
Good morning, guys. The short answer is no. So after speaking with Gina McCullough from the Bi-State Regional Commission, she says our air quality conditions are doing really well. Now, the article that we did find on thestacker.com is using accurate numbers for the Quad Cities, and that was using information from the United States Environmental Protection Agency, or US EPA for short. However, the article was looking specifically at a coarse particulate or particulate matter at 10 microns between a number of cities throughout the country, which means they were looking at dust, sand, and non-exhaust vehicle emissions like tire rubber. It wasn't focusing on the most critical criteria pollutant that affects our metro area. Those are the fine particles, and they are largely formed from gases. The Quad Cities Area Quality Task Force has been observing that for years, and when you breathe those fine particles in, it causes more respiratory issues. And the course, while they've been monitoring the air conditions, it remains in good standing. McCullough says we all need to continue to want better air quality by doing a few simple things.
We should be conscious of what we're doing on our daily lives by maybe taking transit, maybe postponing mowing your lawn if you've got an old mower, some of those kinds of things that don't have the emission controls.
She also says people can find out how our air quality is doing by visiting airnow.gov. The US EPA reports daily conditions for our air quality on there. And so I'm actually pulling that up right now. Again, it is airnow.gov. So we have that up here. Right now it is 8:04 in the morning. And so the last time it was updated was at 7 o'clock. They usually update it between every hour, but that hasn't happened yet. So again, right now it says that our air quality index is at 34, which is good. And it has to stay between the 0 to 50 range. Now, if we go a little bit lower, we're going to look at the ozone. Right now, it's currently at 19. Particles are currently at 34. Again, you want to stay within that 0 to 50 margin. And again, everything is looking good so far, guys.
Good news there, all right, Andrea, thank you. Fire crews were busy yesterday afternoon after flames broke out at a Davenport business. It happened at a moving supply company called Warren. It's on Rockingham Road between Howell and Division Streets. Firefighters quickly put out those flames and nobody was hurt.
On a lighter note, using sports to bring law enforcement and the community closer together.
Yeah, dozens of people came out for the 4th annual Hoops for Hope game last night in East Moline. It's a way for local police officers to make some valuable connections. Fox 18's Tahir Rahman reports on the impact it has on the community.
5, 4, 3.
Each year, some East Moline officers ditch the badge and lace up their shoes.
The instances in Ferguson involving the community and law enforcement, and this was definitely a response to that.
4 years ago, Cannon Burridge walked into his police department with a unique request.
I wanted to sort of set the example of what can happen when we're all on the same team, all on the same page, and all coming together.
Now, PD shows up in full force.
Seeing these faces that I've been playing basketball here with today, I see them out in the street and I can go up to them and I can have a conversation with them and they can feel comfortable coming up to me while I'm in uniform to actually talk to me.
The competition not only unites the community, it also gives back, raising nearly $3,000 over the last 4 years, including these benches here at Hereford Park.
We have school supplies for kids and teachers as well. There's food, there's lots of vendors, and just there's been donations.
All for a cause, but that doesn't mean there's no competition.
I was part of the original team when they slaughtered us, but I'm back out here again.
The event has grown by the hundreds over the years, and organizers hope that each year the competition here on the court gets a little bit stronger, and so does the unity off the court.
Rahman reporting.
Oh,
and
wow.
shooting baskets. I love it so much.
Yeah, that was nothing but what?
Nothing but net. Okay. That was my fun story for this morning. Okay, well, going all in for education. That's the new goal of a new program from the United Way of the Quad Cities. The organization introduced the African American Leadership Society yesterday. It'll focus on helping African American kids with education and preparing them for the future. A board member is optimistic it'll make a difference in the Quad Cities.
No person is an island unto themselves. What happens in one community or with one person directly impacts us all indirectly. And so the more we realize that we're part of the human family, the more we realize that what happens on this side of town does affect me, the more better we'll be as a community as a whole.
Now, the group's mission will be to promote how important education is and will make a brighter future for the kids in the area.
The Mississippi Valley Fair continues on. Thousands of people showed up last night for day 2. Country duo Brooks and Dunn took the grandstand stage, and the night before it drew a record crowd for Tuesday. So tonight you can catch Jake Owen over there, and your musical acts for the rest of the week will be Tesla, Nickelback, and Brad Paisley. Oh, look at all those people. Looks like they're all having a wonderful time too out there. And you don't blame them. Obviously, they got great music out there and even better weather for once.
For sure. And you're actually going this weekend too. You're going to see.
I'm planning on going Saturday
to
see Nickelback.
It's fun.
It should be interesting.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little bit hotter though.
Yeah, but at least Ash, you went yesterday and the weather was perfect for it.
I did, yeah, and I managed to make it into work today, so
kudos
real
to you.
MVP here, I tell you. Yeah, it's going to keep on warming up though. The weather yesterday was just phenomenal. Buddy of mine made the comment that it was perfect, and I really cannot disagree with that. It felt so great out there. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We're able to get out there, and as we go through the next few days, things stay pretty much the same today, and then slowly every day we're going to warm up a little more. 66 in Moline right now, and in Davenport, winds fairly calm. Just a lot of sunshine outside, so sunshine's going to do its job here today because we don't have a whole lot of wind interacting or interfering with that sunshine. So satellite radar free and clear. We're going to look at temperatures climbing very quickly back up into the mid 80s here this afternoon. We'll see a drop off again tonight, and then eventually we do return to the upper 80s by the end of the weekend.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's coming back up.
It's coming back, but hey, you know what today is?
What is today?
August 1st.
It is my birthday month.
Oh, there you go. Birthday coming up.
Yep.
You know what else is coming up?
What else?
Fall.
Oh.
Amen.
Well, it's going to be nice. I'm excited about fall.
Coming up, our pet of the week wants to spend the rest of the summer with you.
Meet Kowalski next. The time now, 8:10. You're watching Fox 18 News at 8.
Fox 18 News is live at 8 with Redrick Terry, Alexandria Ikamoni, and meteorologist Ash Simpson. You're watching Fox 18 News at 8 in high definition.